Help, help, help. Not a scream only from Israel, but also from United States. I'll explain to you what happened exactly this time. But before I move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you happen to be one of them, consider subscribing. Let's go one by one of these pictures. This guy, his name is IDF. He's the Deputy Chief Sergeant, or he's actually Major General Amir Baram. And this other guy here, he is the U.S. Commander, U.S. Deputy Commander from the U.S. Admiral Brad Cooper. Both of these met on January 7th, 2025, recently, to discuss potential plan and attacks against the Houthis in Yemen, because, as I said in the beginning of these videos, that both U.S. and Israel, they are now facing a catastrophic disaster in the Red Sea and also in Yemen. So because of that, they met, both U.S. and the Israeli, his counterpart. Now, this meeting took place. Also, they have visited during this meeting the Nevatim Air Base. These two guys, they visited the Nevatim base. This is the base where Jerusalem Post reported they have seen a drill back in 2023. In that drill, F-35 and F-35 Lightning and F-15 Eagle took part. What we understand from this report from Jerusalem Post is that U.S. and Israel, they were conducting joint military operation when the genocide in Gaza started. In other words, U.S. was with Israel from day one, and these two, as I showed you, they met in that same air base where they started this operation, this genocide against the people of Gaza. Now let's move on to this picture. This is a missile that was launched on Israel, and 200 ballistic missiles and 200 approximately drones were also launched against Israel. And you can imagine, coming from Yemen, approximately 2,000 kilometers away from Israel, is not an easy thing to deal with. In fact, the Western media, they're now calling this kind of operation very, very abnormal. And this is something unprecedented. Israel so far struck Yemen only 4 times. Can you imagine if Yemen was close to Israel, how many times they would have attacked? You put the number, numerous times. But because of the distance, they were able to hit only 4 times Yemeni targets by IDF. Now, as usual, we know that ITF, they lie about the casualties and damages. Nevertheless, this is a school building that was destroyed by the ballistic missile, came from Yemen. In this case, ITF, they did acknowledge that this school was destroyed near Tel Aviv, and it cost them 11 million Israeli shekel. And this is one of those rare moments where we have seen some acknowledgement from the Zionist forces of some sort of damage. And the other damage they have acknowledged is this one, sharpnels falling from the sky and causing a lot of damages in the residential building areas, especially in Israel. So these are the two things that they have shown to the media, where they have acknowledged, ITF, that they have taken some damages from these ballistic missiles from Yemen. We also know that recently Yemeni Houthis, with their ballistic missile, they were able to hit the most important power infrastructure, Orot Rabin power station. And again, this came under attack by the Yemenis. Last week, they have also attacked Yemen with this ballistic missile. As you can see, fragment of the rocket reportedly fell in Modi'in area in the Jerusalem district. These are all rocket attacks that I have reported on my channel. Then Khan, the broadcasting authority of Israel, they reported 12 people were injured and they were fleeing to shelters. 9 others suffered injuries due to panic. Then we also have shown you guys how 150 towns and cities and villages came under red alert because of those missile attack coming again from Yemen. And I have shown you this picture too, where you can see 5 million people, they woke up and they were forced to enter into shelter. The Israeli army confirmed that the missile launched from Yemen penetrated Israeli airspace before being intercepted. These are all big attacks in just last few days. Now, this person, his name is Nasser al-Din Amir, he's the deputy head of the Houthi media. He basically said that Israeli advanced defense systems, including state-of-the-art American technology, cannot shield it from Yemeni hypersonic missile. Again, he made pretty much fun of United States and Israel's defense system. United States is so desperate right now that they went to the extent of now accusing China of helping the Houthis obtaining those ballistic missiles. According to United States, China and Chinese parts were exported to Yemen, or components were exported to Yemen, with which the Yemeni forces, they build that ballistic missile, and they're building more other weaponries with the Chinese help. And United States Washington Post, they have reported that China is directly involved in helping the Houthis in exchange of getting free pass in the Red Sea. That's all China wants, and this is the reason US gave for the Chinese helping the Houthis with these missiles. Nevertheless, United States, they did attack Yemeni Houthis in their country. US airstrikes hits Houthi command and control facility in Yemen. I have again shown you this picture too. This is coming as a retaliation against the Houthis, and then they have also targeted the radar site in Yemen along the Red Sea. All of these positions, all of these sites were attacked by United States. Nevertheless, the Houthis, they are not relenting. In fact, they have shot down one MQ-9 Reaper drone that cost millions of dollars. I think according to one of you guys, you mentioned it cost around 32 million or something like that. I'm not sure. I forgot the number. Don't quote me on that. But these are very expensive drones, and these also came under attack. And I think 2 of them so far had been destroyed by the Houthis, costing the United States military in millions of dollars. And now, because of all of the situation unfolding, they are absolute clueless how to come up with an idea, effective idea, in order to tackle the Houthis, because what it looks like is that they do not have any strategy. United States is trying to bomb the Houthis in Yemen, in Sana'a, in Hudaydah port, but nevertheless, they're not able to come up with any effective strategy so far. Therefore, the entire Israel, they are now shocked. How can these sandal-wearing rebels or militia or army, whichever you want to call it, I don't care. How can these so cheap people, according to them, not me, can attack us and make our life so miserable that we cannot even sleep at night? These are meetings you don't see normally happening just because of the Houthi attack. These are high-level talks, happen normally when US and Israel will have some serious concern, especially regarding Iran and its programs, or how Iran will conduct airstrike on Israel. For example, when Iran, they struck Israel on October 1st, the night of October 1st, we have seen a lot of these meetings taking place between US and Israel, but now they have to hold meetings one more time because of Houthis sandal wearing, gun carrying on their shoulder. I mean, these are all small groups with way less money, way less advanced technology compared to United States and Israel. Of course, Houthis, they have a lot of technology, a lot of advanced weapon, but compared to United States and Israel, they are not as great. Nevertheless, they're wreaking havoc in Israel, and now they're holding these meetings in Nevatim Air Base and elsewhere in order to find a way out from this situation. We have also seen how the Zionist leaders, they are now suggesting that it is time for us to kill the Houthi leadership echelon, get rid of them completely, and teach them a lesson. And if we need to go after Iran for that, we will do so as well. What is your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below, and thank you so much for joining this session. Have a wonderful day.